Let me try to get you. I'm trying to get you on my cell phone too. Oh, you ain't on yet though, right?
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Today we got a special guest. Some of you guys know him as Uncle Allen, but he's been on the channel before. First met him in Dominican Republic. That's been like what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
I don't know. Shit. Before Trump, right?
Yeah.
It was before Trump, so that's 4 years right there. So let's say Barack.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about
Wow.
5 years, ain't it? It's been that long,
Wow.
Markel? Yeah,
I swear I didn't know it was that long, man. That's been a minute.
that's been
Yes,
a
I've been
minute,
in many.
right?
Yeah. Wow. It's been about 5 years. Might be a little
Yeah,
longer.
yeah. I didn't got damn gray hair, wrinkles under my eyes. Shit, goddamn lizards don't even want me no more. Only nobody want me is the pigeons. And the only reason why they want me because I'm giving them popcorn. If I wasn't giving them popcorn, they wouldn't want me.
All right, man. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, bro. So you are a disabled veteran. You 100%. So you wouldn't mind taking the floor and let people know a little bit about yourself. And even if you want to talk about your radio station, you can do that as well. But let's talk about your journey.
Well, hi everybody in the room. How you doing and stuff like that. Um, I was in the army for 20 years and 6 months, retired. And when I first started doing the disability thing, all the books and all the manuals was behind the desk. In other words, there wasn't no internet. If you wanted to know anything about disability, you had to go ask somebody, right?
Right.
And then that person would determine whether they tell you or whether they help you. I mean, they had certain organizations like DFW and Disabled American Veterans. They had those kind of representatives. But as far as learning about how to get a disability, they really wasn't talking about that. Okay, so you had to really be determined to get it. So when I retired in 96, 96, 97, I was going to the VA hospital, and this old white dude told me, he asked me if I had my disability, and I said I didn't know nothing about it because at that time, disability was the last thing they was telling you, especially if you was a minority. And he told me that I should check into it. So what I ended up doing it, and just by coincidence, the internet started to happen, right? And then back in 97, they said if you was a federal agency, all your documentation had to be on the internet. So that means the VA had to put all those manuals, all those stuff about the disability on the internet. So by them doing that, that cut out the guy behind the desk, right? And then it was just a matter of you going on the internet and doing research. And being that I'm a nerd, that's what they say. Being that I was a nerd, I went and started researching. So I started off at 10%, and it took me 24 years to get 100. So 2011 is when I got 100.
Wait. Let me cut you out right quick. It took you how long?
24 years from 1997 to 2011.
Okay, so it's never too late.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
You got a lot of people, especially in the southern states, that got awarded the Purple Heart and never got their money, right? Because if you get the Purple Heart, you get your money. So if you know somebody, if your granddaddy got a Purple Heart and he never got his money, you just do the math. I think they owe him money from the time he got the Purple Heart to now.
Correct.
As we know, the VA don't come on the Super Bowl, it don't come on the Stanley Cup, it don't come on the World Series, and it don't come on NASCAR, and it definitely don't knock at your door. So if you don't go out there and pursue it, then they just gonna keep the money, and you just gonna be running around here broke, mad because you gotta take granddaddy to the store, and you don't want to take him to CVS. You know what I'm saying? When he could be having his own money. But yeah, it took me 24 years to get 100% permanent total. Then with 100% permanent total, you can get a Cadillac. You see what I'm saying? You don't get 100% permanent total. You gotta get a Hyundai or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But But when you get 100%, I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? If you think I'm lying, just go to the VA parking lot and everybody who got a brand new Cadillac, they're 100%. Everybody, you go to the VA hospital, look out there, everybody got a Cadillac, they're 100%. Now you got some people that might get, a BMW. 9 times out of 10, it's a Cadillac, not a town car, it's a Cadillac. So, I'm just saying, when you got one of these, this is a 2021 model. This ain't no damn used Cadillac. When you got one of these, that means you're 100%. All right. So that should be your goal. When you listen to Markel, you should be wanting to be 100%. That's it. Because Markel is the only YouTube channel out there that's gonna give you raw information, and it's up to you to go get it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it took me 24 years to get it, and here we are, here we are.
So where did you start at? When you first got your percentage, what did they first give you?
My first percentage was for my feet.
Right.
Yeah, my first percentage was for my big toe. Because when I was, when I was in the service, we wore combat boots. We had no tennis shoes. We had straight up combat boots or jump boots, and we used that PT 3 times a day. And everything we did in the boots. We didn't have no substitute for no boots or nothing like that. Everything we did in the boots. So that was my first. Was my big toe. Right. That was my first.
What percentage did they give you?
10.
So you started at 10%. Now, why didn't you get discouraged?
And that's the highest you can get. You can't get no higher than it. Huh?
I said, why didn't you get discouraged after you got that 10? So, all right, well, they ain't gonna give me nothing. Just walk away. What happened?
Oh no. I mean, look, Markel, I was in the service from 17 till I was 37. So everything that revolved around me was that. I mean, they already took away. I couldn't smoke no weed. I couldn't do none of that. Shit. So I mean, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I had to get something. You know what I mean? I had to get something because when I got out the service, they barely had a job program. They barely had you going to school. I mean, all that stuff they just didn't have back then in the 90s. They didn't have that stuff like they got now. So
right.
I felt the best way I could get compensated for all the young years they took away from me, because I went into service when I was 17. So all my young years was all military. The best thing I could do was try to understand how the disability system worked, and then do my paperwork and try to get what I felt was owed to me.
Okay. So you started at 10, and then you said it took you 24 years to get to that point. So can you kind of lay out a little bit of a roadmap to some of the people who may be in similar situations as you, where you just started at 10 and then you just kept going, and you said you researched, you stayed on the internet a lot, looking up information, and kind of built your case from there?
Yeah, I can give you kind of example, right? And I'm gonna play school teacher. So those of y'all who listen, get your pens and your paper out. I'm gonna give you a little notes and stuff like that. But I want you for those of you that are old enough, there used to be a game called Operation, and it used to say you used to go there with a little pick and the funny bone connected to this bone. That's the scenario that I used to get my disability. So I drew a stick man, right? I drew a stick man like this. See that? And then I broke it down to 3 categories: physical, eternal, and mental. So I said, while you was in the service, what happened to you physically, starting at your feet? Your feet, your knees, your lower back, your hips, your arms, including your shoulders, your elbow, your hands, your neck, and then your head. What happened to you in the service that might have caused those type of injuries? And you write that down. Then I say, what happened to you internally? Internal is like high blood pressure. Maybe you had blood clots. Maybe you had some torn muscles or ligaments and stuff like that. Maybe you had headaches, stuff like that, internal stuff. What happened to you internal? And then I wrote that down. And then last I said, well, what happened to you mentally? Mentally was like, was you involved in combat? You in a car accident? Did your best friend die? Did you get an Article 15 and you felt you didn't deserve to get the Article 15 and it kept messing with you throughout your life and stopped you from getting promoted, stopped you from getting progression, and you end up getting put out the army because you didn't make enough rank at enough time. All that is mental, right? Mental stress, mental depression, mental anxiety. If all that stuff happened to you, then you write that down. Then I said, okay, after I wrote all those down, the key question, which I thought was, what, out of all those elements, what did you go on sick call for? Because if I went on sick call for that, that made a service connection. And I learned that if it's service connected, it's so much easier to get than just saying, I was in the Army in 1995, and then in 2005, I started getting headaches. They're gonna tell you, get the fuck out of here with that shit. They're gonna deny that. They're gonna tell you, get the fuck out of here with that. You ain't getting no headaches from the service. You might have got a headache because you was unemployed. Your old lady left you. You couldn't pay your taxes. You couldn't get a Cadillac, but you ain't get that from the service. So I said, what is service connected? And all the elements that I found out that was service connected, and I went to sick call for, that's what I filed a claim for initially. Okay. Makes sense? Right? Yeah, and then from there, I build off of that from there.
Yeah. Yeah, you start at the base and work your way up, because everything starts at your base. If you got feet problems, you got ankles, you got knees, you got hip, you got lower back. It just, as you get older, it gets worse.
Yeah, you get as you get older, you get worse, and then you just build from that. And another thing that also helped, you got to know who your congressperson is. You got to know who your senator is, because that's whenever I ran into the problem with the VA, I would write my senator and I say, hey, this is what I did and stuff like that. Can you help me? And they have a team. They got a team. Every senator and every House of Representative that you got in your state has a team that specializes in helping veterans. But once again, if you don't write them, they ain't gonna write you. So you got to be proactive. You got to write them, because during that 24-year journey, there was times that I got stuck. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get assistance from them. And they gave me that assistance.
All right. So I'm assuming that you know who C. Jordan is, because he said that, where was it? Right here. C. Jordan said that we were very cold until one of the first night. We did not know how to turn on the heater. You know who that is?
Yeah, I know who he is. You damn right. I ain't know how to fucking turn on the goddamn heater. I'm damn near froze like a motherfucker. I almost froze. Shit. I was so happy the next day they told me how to turn on the heat, man. I was so happy because in Mexico it get hot during the day and at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah, he trying to be a comedian. We talking about disability. He come on talking about that kind of shit. Goddamn, glad I wasn't walking around naked.
Let's see. I'm trying to find a link between a lower back injury in service and lumbar spinal stenosis. Have you ever heard anything like that before? Yeah, you're gonna need a specialist to make that kind of connection from your lower back to lumbar spinal stenosis, because that's not something they're gonna be able to just see. That's something that you got to talk to a specialist to get help with that. So if you're seeing a VA doctor, let them know that you want to see a back specialist. They may want to do X-rays, they may want to do an MRI, and they may be able to make a connection that way. But I personally have not heard of that before. No. What about you, Uncle Alan?
No, I never heard about that. Sound like he trying to he fishing. I mean, with the lower back injury, I don't think the X-ray gonna show too much, because it ain't going. It's probably dealing with the muscles and the nerves and his spine. So yeah, so maybe he might get an MRI and a spinal tap, spinal stenosis. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. He might need to go back and look at his other disabilities and find if he can work around another route. Because it sounds like he's trying to get some more rating. But I never heard of that. What he's talking about.
Yeah, you may want to read your award letter because they normally put in what you need to get to the next step. So say you're 40% and they say, okay, well, if you had this, he could have given you 60%. So you might want to go back and read your award letter.
Yeah. Because
let's see. Go ahead.
Because and then again he might need a Nexus Nexus. I'm saying it, Nexus letter, Nexus. Yeah. He might need that too. So. But like you said, first thing you read the award letter, they tell you in plain English what you need to go to get to the next level, and then from there you develop your strategy. All right.
What's up, Mr. McDonald? How you doing today?
Ken.
Make sure I didn't skip nobody. D. Trouter, what's going on, man? Mr. Collins, Mr. Miles, Gary, how you doing tonight? You say you 60% vet, working on increasing my rating. Okay. Don't know what you have, but you can definitely get an increase. Again, check your award letter, see what it's saying in your award letter. Talk to your doctor, make sure you get the care you're supposed to get, and work your way up from there. If your doctor telling you your situation is getting worse, you definitely want to apply for an increase.
Yeah, Gary, just keep working on it. I normally don't like to talk to people who ain't 100%, but since Markel put me on the show, I guess I got to. But yeah, you keep working at it, and maybe one day we can have coffee once you get 100%. But keep working at it.
Oh, Lord. He's or Ford Datsun. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you ain't 100%. You gotta drive a Datsun. I don't even think they make a Ford Datsun no more. I thought that was Nissan. But anyway, keep working at it. Living in Mexico, you'll be all right, baby. One day we'll be able to have some coffee.
What's up, LJ? How you doing, man? You know LJ?
No, I don't know him. How you doing, LJ? Lenny, how you doing? Let me take this presidente for you, Lenny.
Let's see what else we got. Roll Tide, rolling. What's up, man?
All right. Roll Tide. I don't like nobody from Alabama. They always beat Ohio State. I don't like too many people.
Come on now.
Yeah, they always beating us, man. So I ain't Roll Tide shit. But hey, what's up?
Let's see. Hold up. I got another one. Wait. I skipped a couple here. Let's see. Philip Jones. Let's see. It took me from 1979 to 2020. 41 years to get to 90%. Wow.
God damn.
Wow.
Well, Mr. Jones, all I can tell you is that keep working at it, baby. That's all you can do. Keep working at it. That last 10% you're trying to get is going to be very hard because you're gonna need something that's between 30 and 50% to get that damn 100. And if you ain't got no conditions like that right now, then you want to stay in the 90% club. But that's going to be very hard to get. Don't think you just need some 10% and it's going to be damn 100. It don't work like that. No, you're going to need something that's going to have to be at least 30%. And then it depends on how that 90 is within the numbers of the VA. You could have 85.5. You can have 85.5 that made you 90, right? Or you could have 90 that made you 90. But either way it go, that 10% struggle is going to have to be something that's got to be 30, 40, or 50%. So depending on what your conditions are and stuff like that, you still got some work to do.
Yeah, man. He's not lying. That last 10% is so hard. When you are that high up, you definitely going to need some kind of big rating. And then you need to find out what your actual number is. Because if your actual number is 88, 89, yeah, you're going to need something big. If your actual number is 93 or 94.5, then you can get away, possibly. Now, not even with 10%, they won't get you there.
No,
you're going to need at least 30, yeah.
You're going to need at least 30, yeah.
That last 10% is a mother. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see. Active duty Army here, getting out in 2 weeks. Thank you guys for the info. Okay, bro. Hey, make sure you get everything documented before you get out. Make sure you got everything in your medical file. Don't leave no stone unturned. Go get seen for everything. If you haven't talked to a psychiatrist, go talk to a psych doctor. If you got problems with your elbow, your feet, whatever it is, go get seen. Get it all out the way. Do not wait till you get out. Go, man, my back or my arm, my hand. No, do it now. Anything you wake up in the morning that's aching you, go get it now. Go get seen. Make sure it gets in your medical file before you get out. Make sure you get all that handled.
Yeah, I agree with Markel 100%. Ken ask me where my blanket at. On my goddamn bed. That's where my blanket at. Shit. What the hell you gonna ask me that for? You know my damn blanket ass on my bed. I have electric blanket. I'm old. I get cold. Old people get cold. That's just how it is. When you old, you get cold. The president wear 2 coats. He wear 2 coats because he cold. An old man on a park bench has 2 jackets because he get cold. So I have electric blanket. Can I cuss on it? Can I cuss on him, Mark?
He needs an MRI. I have exactly what he's talking about. They gave me 40% for it, but I'm 100% because of all the other things. Okay, so he got 40% for. There you go, right there, living in Mexico. Somebody right here gave that information. You need an MRI. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Jay, how you doing tonight? Yeah, he needs an MRI. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle Alan. Appreciate the info.
No problem living in Mexico.
He said, Uncle Alan, you cutting up, bro. Time to give me a caddy.
Hey, look, man, let me tell y'all something, okay? Like I said, I've been knowing Markel for about 5 years or so, and there is nobody on the internet, nobody that comes out and give y'all the information y'all need so y'all can be 100%. All y'all got to do is listen. That's it. He giving you stuff to you free. You know what I'm saying? He answering your emails timely. I mean, all you got to do is listen. You know what I'm saying? When I met Markel, I want you to know, when I met Markel, I was already 100%. But Markel gives you this information. So if you don't pay attention to it, the hell with you. Because we got our shit. The hell with your ass. I don't care. He doing you a community service. He need to be on Ellen. He needs to get the damn but he don't want that. But he's doing y'all service by letting y'all know what y'all need to do to get to 100%. Because really, at the end of the day, if you ain't 100%, you really ain't doing that. You really ain't doing that, because you have some people. This is what they do. You know, you meet people and you say, you ask them if they're veteran, and if they say yeah, then you say, are you disabled? And are you disabled? And they'll say yeah, and you know, you might ask them, well, what's your percentage? Then they'll say 15. Well, right then and there, you know they lying. Because you know, you don't get no 15%, you don't get no 15% disability. And then some of them might say, well, I'm 50 or 60. And I said, that's it? Because 50 and 60% ain't no damn money. So you always got to keep pushing yourself. I mean, the military taught you to push yourself. I don't know why when you get out of service, you get lazy and don't want to push yourself when you're trying to get some money. The goal is to be 100% permanent and total, 100% unemployable, and which you want to flip it to permanent total. But that's the goal. And if you're not looking at that as your goal, then you don't really need to be trying to do this stuff, because the rest of it ain't really no money. 50% is what, $500-$600? That ain't no money.
No, that's about, I think it's about $1,100 or $1,200.
Okay, so where you gonna be off of that at?
Well, I gotta tell you, there's a lot of people here living on that. There's a lot of people in these different countries, these development countries, living on that kind of money.
But you know, I'm
deep into that, but you asked, I'm just telling you.
That ain't no money. That ain't no comfortable living. You might be living in a hostel or something like that, and then you got to borrow money when it comes before the end of the month. The goal is to be 100%. That's what I'm saying. That's why Markel got me on here, because I'm 100%, and that's the goal. The goal is to be the percent, and that should be your goal, is to be 100%. And if you don't know how to go about doing it, then that's why you subscribe to him, because he's going to point you in the direction that you need to go to not only be 100%, but to get to SMC codes, to get aid and attendance. I mean, all that there is for you. All right. Because let me tell you something. If you happen to get sick and you go to a nursing home, guess who's gonna get your aid and attendance money? Nursing home. They gonna get it. They gonna get it.
Home. Yeah, the nursing home.
They gonna get it. They gonna get it quick. You know what I mean? They gonna get all of it. So you might, you know what I'm saying? You might as well get your aid and attendance money right now. You know what I'm saying? And by listening to Markel, he'll point you in that direction. Because you got to remember, when I started back in 1997, all the information was behind me on a wall, right? And I had to ask somebody, well, and then depending on what mood they was that day, they need to tell me yes or no. Now the stuff is on the www.com. You ain't got to ask nobody. You just got to be able to read. That's if you paid attention when you was in elementary school. Some of y'all was in elementary school pulling girls' hair and throwing spitballs. You ain't learn how to read. But now, if you know how to read, you should be able to give you 100%. Straight up. Ohio State just got accepted by Oral Roberts.
I will leave that alone. There goes my bracket. It's already busted, so my bracket
is done. My bracket is done. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done already. Let's see. Marquette broke down the VA matchups a while back, so yeah, he's definitely going to have at least 30%. Yeah, it's hard. You get 90%, bro. It's hard to get that last little bit. It is definitely hard. If you're a true 90%, you got to go have at least 50 claim for 50% to get 100%. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot, man, because that last 10, bro, it's a mother. Unless you get an IU, I don't know. At your age, trying to get IU, I don't know if that's gonna fly. You can try. Nothing hurts to try. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see, I do have an MRI confirming this. I'm 100% PNT, SMCL, aid and attendance. So I was just wondering, because I'm not able to walk well with this pain, I'm gonna just leave it alone for now. Yeah, man, you already 100%, your PNT, your SMCL. Even if you got that, well, really depending on the rating that it gives you for it, you might be able to go up to L 1.5, or maybe a little higher depending on the rating that they give you. But I always tell people, if it's not life-threatening and it's not going to increase what you're already getting, what good is it really doing you? Especially if you're living in the States where you can get care for anything. So, you know, it's kind of a moot point unless you're trying to get to the next level of SMC, L.5. Unless you're trying to move up, I would leave it alone. Let's see. I second Dr. Markel. Go back to the hospital or sick call and get every little ailment document. Absolutely. If you're still in service and you're watching this video, before you get out, I'm telling you right now, before you get out, you go get every single thing that's bothering you, check. I don't care what it is. Hangnail, I don't give a damn what it is. Go get everything looked at, get everything documented, because when you get out and as you get older, you're going to start having more problems and they're going to all go back to your time in service. You've got it documented, which makes it much easier to get it done.
Yep.
Let's see. What we got here? Wow. Let's see. Get the digital C file. It will take months, but get your C file. Definitely want to get that taken care of. I've said that so many times. Let's see. Get TDIU. Now, the only question I have with TDIU with him, because I mentioned TDIU, is his age. You know, I don't know if they would look at his age and go, well, you're already retired. Why would you want to, you know, but you can still work after retirement. He probably could still apply for TDIU. I would do it just to see what they would say, just to get that other time.
Well, you know this, Markel. The VA don't say so, but once you get 60, the VA done with you. All right? They basically done with you. I mean, you still get to wear the title, I'm a veteran, and I was in these different kind of wars, and I got a chest full of ribbons. But actually for them going out their way to help you, they done with you. That's why I say your goal should be 100% permanent total, so that way you can do and make as much money as you want to without them questioning you. Okay?
Correct.
When you hit When you hit 60 years old, the VA, they won't send you to school. They ain't gonna try to find a job for you. They just like done with you. In other words, why should I try to help your old ass when I got veterans that's 19 and 20 that need a job? So you really need to go out there and really try your best to get 100% permanent total. That's my opinion.
I started out at 10%. It took me 4 years to get to 70%. Okay, that's okay. About normal. That's about normal. To start out, they give you a little bit, and you keep working your way up. And Mr. McDonald, I'm pretty sure next couple of years you're gonna be 100%. You're gonna join the club. You're gonna be right in there with the rest of us. Let's see. What you say about Article 15? That's a good one for mental health. There you go, Uncle Alan. You want to repeat what you said about Article 15?
Like I said, if you got an Article 15 or you got a court martial, that shit fucks with you. I mean, be it an Article 15 that you felt that you didn't deserve, that messed with you mentally. You can file PTSD for that shit.
No, I just did a video. I just did a video talking about non-PTSD, non-combat PTSD in the military. From just your normal job, and I gave examples like that. Sexual harassment, being injured or during training. You might have got shot. Shit, anything could happen during training. You know, there's all kinds of situations where people have been just stressed out. And I just made that video talking about non-combat PTSD. That's your mental health rating.
Yeah, so if you got Article 15, at the time it pissed you off, you might have lost a stripe or two, but you might have lost a stripe. But guess that, look at it this way. You can go get that money back, because that's a stressor, and it causes depression and it causes anxiety and stuff like that. So file for it, and all you need is proof that you got the Article 15. If you got your file C, your personnel file, it'll be on there. So that's all you need.
Let's see. All I have to say, he's blessing the blind. All we have to do is just ask him. Markel always breaks it down for us. Much respect to you, brother. Hey, I appreciate that, D. Trotter. Let's see. Uncle Allen says, I'm trying to get TDIU now. Why you ain't getting Uncle Allen to help you, Mr. McDonald? You should be calling Uncle Allen to help you break that down.
Mr. McDonald ain't got no tits. He ain't got none. You know what I'm saying?
LJ said, I'm in Santo Domingo now. Okay, you there now. When you going back, Uncle Allen?
May. Tell Lenny to get one of these for me. Tell Lenny to get one of these for me, baby. Tell him quit playing. Tell Lenny quit playing. I know he got about 3 or 4 Haitian girls with him. I know he do. Lenny, baby. Lenny.
Derek Gordon, you look like my first sergeant from Fort Irwin. Okay. There might be some people over here that know each other. Let's see, Uncle Allen, are you going to buy me coffee when I get 100% or TDIU? Hell, I'll buy you coffee. Ain't no problem.
I'll buy you coffee when you get 100% permanent total. Because TDIU, that's temporary, right? It's temporary, right?
Well, there can be TDIU P&T.
Okay, well, as long as it's got P&T at the end of it, I'm gonna buy you coffee. It ain't got P&T at the end of it. I'm in the P&T club, baby. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm in the P&T club. That's the elite club. That's the elite club. There ain't a lot of members in that club,
No, there's really not. Let's see. Listen to Markel. He took me from 70 to 100% P&T SMC just watching his videos less than a year. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. Enjoy yourself, Lenny. Let's see. My examiner said she would change my 20% lower back strain to degenerative disc disease. Are they rated the same? It just depends on how bad she says it is. If she says that it's just a mild case of degenerative disc disease, then yeah, you end up at 20%. But that's going to depend on the severity. Whatever she says the severity is, that's going to depend on the rating.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to add, Uncle Allen?
Well, if he's got degenerated disc disease, that means his cartridge in his back is practically gone. So yeah, so I would imagine that he also had problems with his sciatic nerve in his back. You know, the sciatic nerve go from your neck all the way down to the heel of your feet. So I would ask his doctor to put some information on that too, because in case this degenerated disc disease is not enough, then if they put the sciatic nerve on as a secondary condition, that might push him over to where he need to go. You know, but
right.
you can't have degenerated disc disease and it not affect the sciatic nerve. It's just no way it has to. You know what I mean? So
as he gets older, it's going to get worse as he gets older. So that's going to always be there. As you get older, it's going to affect you more. That's what helped me get to my 100% by going to the doctor and getting it documented. You have the VA there to do this for free, or any medical professional. Yes, get your stuff documented. Let's see. I'm currently 80%, waiting on back increase, secondary GERD and IBIS. So you got irritable bowel syndrome, tension headaches increase, hoping to get 100. I was just accepted into chapter 31. Now I was going to tell you to go to IU, but you went the voc rehab route. Because if voc rehab would have told you we can't accept you because we don't believe you can work, that would have went a long way to get you to the IU. But okay, you know, the back increase with 80%, depending on where you are again on the number with 80%. If you on the 75 end, if you on the 84 end, you know, it just depends. But you're gonna need a lot of big numbers. You're gonna need a big number for your back to get you to 100. At least 60, 70%. You're gonna need to get you close to 100, being at 80%. But you know, at least you're using your voc rehab with chapter 31. But if they had said that you couldn't go to voc rehab, that would have definitely helped you get IU. But you know, good luck to you on your increase with your back. But I doubt seriously degenerative disc disease is gonna get you to 100. It may get you to 90, depending on where you are to 80%. Depending on where you are, 80%, 82, 83, they give you 20, you may be able to get it to 85 to get to 90. But to get to 100, it's gonna take a hell of a lot.
Yeah. You got a long way to go there, Buddha. I would look into. You say you got tension headaches. I would look into migraines. You might squeeze 50% out of that. That's the most you do, I think. And then also, if you was in combat, I look at the PTSD and squeeze 70 out there. Them two right there will put you to 100. But if you ain't trying to roll like that, then this GERD and IBS and that gonna keep you at 80. You might get 90, but that still you can't get in the club with that. What you got right now, you can't get in the club. So if you got tension headaches, that might be migraines. It depends on how many migraines you have a month. All right. That's something you need to check out with your doctor. And then if you file for PTSD, if you've been in combat, it depends on how your situation is. You can get 70 from that. Then that'll help you get to.
Yeah, that 70 for PTSD is big. Yeah, you know, you don't have any mental health, and you go talk to the doctor, and they determine that you have PTSD, and you end up getting 70%. Oh yeah, that definitely will get you over the top. But yeah, with irritable bowel syndrome, with the headaches, like you said, it depends. If your doctor puts you on bed rest, that may help get that increase. If they tell you, hey, you got to stay at home 3-4 days out of the week because these headaches are just so intense that you can't do anything, that would go a long way. But you know, you didn't mention any of those things. We're just throwing it out there. I'm not telling you to go make up shit and get caught in lie. I'm not telling you that. I'm just throwing some scenarios out there for you. But yeah, I started at 0, and it took me 23 years to get to 10%. Good Lord.
It took him 24 years to get 10%.
Damn. Wow. And you only at 10% after 23 years. Holy crap. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Let's see. I got my PTSD through non-combat. Yeah. See, there's one right there. Non-combat PTSD. And like I said, I just did a video giving you guys examples of that. There's plenty of people out there that have gone through that situation and don't even know that they can file for that.
Let me say something. When you was in the service, you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a room to sleep in, and a paycheck twice a month. The minute they took your monkey ass out of the service and put you outside the gate, all that was gone. That automatically qualified you for PTSD. All right? Now, you take that and do whatever you want to. When you was in the service, you got 3 meals a day, you got a check twice a month, at least once a month, all right, and you had a place to sleep. The minute they throw your monkey ass out the gate, all that is gone, right? And they hope that if you went to the ACAP or whatever they call it now, training, learn how to do a resume, they hope you learn how to do that in 3 days, which everybody know that you don't. But they leave you on your own. So you're in a stressful situation. That's PTSD. Now you need to take that and go to the VA and say, hey, I need some help. All right? It's common sense. I need some help because they took everything from you and left you with nothing. And if you had a girlfriend or if you had a wife and she left you, that's PTSD. If you was in the service and you was knocking down 3 or 4 holes a day and now you can't knock down one, that's PTSD. I'm just trying to tell you. Ain't nobody up here to be playing with you because it's Friday night. I could be out there with one of them lizards. You know what I'm saying? But that can happen because once you ain't got no money, everything quit working. Your back go out, your knees go out, your shit don't get hard no more. You just all ate up. That's PTSD. That's anxiety. That's depression. What else is that, Markel? Anxiety, depression. I mean, it's all those mental.
Hallucinations. You can have all kind of issues going on.
You all kind of shit when you ain't got no check. Trust and believe that. When you ain't got no check, you get all kind of damn mental problems. So you need to check it out. Look, guys, quit lying to yourself. Because if you was in the service for at least 3 years, you got a problem. It's just it comes with the territory. The service comes with the territory. So you need to be honest with yourself, do a self-evaluation, and then go get some help. That's all you gotta do. Go to the VA and get some help. They by law is obligated to take care of you. All right. And if you're not sure about nothing, then hit an email to Markel. He'll let you know. He'll let you know if you're on the right path or if you're on the wrong path. But quit lying to yourself. All right. When you're in the civilian world, they ain't looking for heroes. No. They ain't looking for them. And when you're in the civilian world, they ain't looking for heroes. So the only person that's looking for a hero is you. You got to make yourself a hero, and you make yourself a hero by going to the VA and getting your disability claim, process and file, and finally getting 100%. That's it, plain and simple.
Mr. Moore, how you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well in California. And Mr. McDonald, Alan, keep on acting up. I may have to stick up your nose again. They be coming at you hard, Alan.
They be coming at me hard, man.
Well, it looks like we're about to pass out cups of coffee because we all PNT 100%. Not all of us, but we getting close. We're not all there, but we getting close. Let's see, the Elite PNT Club. I'm a member. Thank God. Okay, living in Mexico. What's up, Howard? Let's see. What's up, Markel? Again, appreciate what you do for us, Vince. Much love, brother. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's all good about that like button. Let's see. 83% totals. Oh, you already got PTSD. 70%. So your other ratings are like 10 and 20% to get you to 83. Yeah, that back, bro. I'm be 100 with you. That back is probably gonna get you 20, maybe 30%. You're not gonna get enough to get you to 100 with degenerative disc disease for your back. That's not gonna be enough, unless because if you couldn't move, they wouldn't allow you in both rehab to go to school. So yeah, you're gonna have an uphill fight on your hand with that one. Just keep it at 100 with you. 3R visits for irritable bowel syndrome last year. Okay, now If that continues to be a major issue for you, that's going to move you up. But again, unless it's something, dude, that just takes you out, it's not going to be enough to get you to 100.
Because they could give him a bag. They give him a bag.
Right. They give you a colostomy bag.
Yeah, they give him a bag.
Yeah.
Walk around with that.
Yeah, you walk around with that. They'll increase your rating, but they ain't gonna give you that 100 with that.
No.
23, damn. He never went to sick call.
Oh well.
Uncle Alan, straight back right here, man. Uncle Alan be telling y'all like it is. You gotta hear real talk. People like to get sugar coated and they want to feel good about this. No, people gotta let you know where you stand. That's the only way you're gonna wake up is to know where you stand. And if you sitting somewhere thinking, okay, well, I got my 60%, I'm good. Well, that's like $1,300 when you could be getting $3,100 a month. You can reverse the number. Which one is better for you? So, you know, I like that. Well, he gonna tell you straight. He ain't gonna bullshit you. He's not gonna sit there and sugarcoat it. He gonna look you right in the face and tell you straight up, you need to do this. Let's see, I was 0% for both knees, and I didn't know what to do in the early 90s. You should, well, if you got both knees, that's bilateral. There's no way you 10%. You need to go back to the VA and have them look at that, because bilateral, you should be at least 30% for both knees. Yeah. That's not right. Something's wrong there. There's no way that's right, because you got the bilateral factor. Even if it's 0% with both knees, well, hold up. With both knees at 0%, they give you an extra 10%. So unless you still at 0 on both knees, that's the only way you still 10%, because they give you an extra 10 just for it being bilateral. So you still got to be at 0. Yeah, something's wrong there. Something's wrong. To be your age with bilateral knees and you only 10%, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying, for me, I would go back to the VA, because something there is not right. Yes, again, we all have stressors. We joined the military. Yeah, we do. Everybody got some kind of stress in the military. Hell, it might have been your damn ranger buddy fucking with you while you were out in the damn field, or you might have been one of those people that was getting that damn getting beat down with soap and a sock. You know, you stressed. That might have been some of you guys that's getting beat down like that. You know, every week drill sergeant come in and throws your wall locker down the stairs, and you got to go down there and pick it up, bring it back up. You know, you might have been called black trash like I was when I joined. Every week they calling you something to make you suffer. So we all got stresses, bro. We all got stresses. Let's get down. Uncle Alan is teaching you how to correct your alignment. Listen, okay. LJ laughing at y'all. Let's see, 50% for migraines. If you don't have the ER visits in your paperwork, you won't get to 50%. Yeah. And you know what, man? That comes from time and service. Uncle Alan spoke about this earlier, and I've mentioned this, where in the military, they teach you to be tough. Power through it, soldier. You don't go get help. You make it through it. And a lot of us, depending on how long you've been in, keep that with us. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to ask for help. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. But when you get out, this is when you need to go get help. That's when you're in, you trying to survive to get back home. When you get out, take your ass to the hospital. Take your ass to the emergency room. Get help.
He says that if you don't have the ER visit in your paperwork, you won't get 50%. That's not true. If you read the write-up on how to get 50%, it says that you got to have at least 3 or more headaches a month.
Right.
It don't got nothing to do with going to the ER room. If you got documented in your records that you have 3 or more headaches a month, then you'll get the 50% is attainable. So check that out. All right, check that out.
And I mentioned that too. If your doctor tells you need to stay at home 3-4 days out of the week, there's some people who have back problems. They make them get bed rest, mandatory bed rest, 12-15 days out of the month. So you got to listen to what your doctors are saying, and definitely read what the qualifications are for these disabilities.
Yeah. If you got migraine headaches, they'll tell you in your awards letter what you need to do to get the 50.
Let's see. I was awarded 50% for anxiety and PTSD. Deferred if they are both mental health conditions. Can I still get an increase under PTSD? You're only going to get one mental health rating, one, and you were awarded 50% and a deferred PTSD. Now, depending on what happens with your PTSD, if your doctor says, you know, you can't work or you can't function in society, let's just say, because there's different tiers to PTSD. You got 30%, 50%, 70%, 100%. So it's really going to depend on where your psychiatrist puts you in that tier, depending on what types of issues you're having while you're suffering from PTSD. Some people's PTSD is very mild. Some people's is so severe they won't even let them around people. You know, the only time they're around crowds is when they go to the VA. That's it. So it's going to depend on what your psychiatrists say, but there is a possibility, depending on what they rate your PTSD as, but you're only going to get one mental health rating. Never give up. I was able to go from 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and finally 100% P&T. All right, Dr. Allen, you owe somebody some coffee. In 8 years, following a lot of exams, given on Markel's channel. Okay. Appreciate that, man. Congratulations to you for getting to your 100% P&T in 8 years. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. And like I said before, there's no channel on YouTube, all the many channels on YouTube. There's no channel on YouTube like Markel channel. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to listen to me. I don't care. The only reason I'm on here is because Markel said, Uncle Allen, when you come on here, because I could be chasing some lizards. But listen to Markel, and Markel will help you get to where you need to be. Okay? That's all you got to do. Listen, just like the drill sergeant tell you. When he tell you to do a left turn and you go right, he give you a rock and put in the left hand so you know when to turn. Markel is your rock. Listen. That's all I got to say. Listen,
baby. Let's see. I'm good now. Oh, you're okay. So you're 100%. So he went 0, 10%, but he is 100% P&T. Okay. Migraines plus ER equals 50%. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's for him. But if you, like I say, if you read the where it tells you what the rating is, how to get certain ratings, you don't have to go to emergency room. You don't have to go to emergency room. Because what they gonna do at the emergency room? They gonna give you a shot. They gonna say, well, you should have took the medicine we gave you. They give you a shot. That's it. But you know, congratulations.
Let's see. I have one on the way in a taxi now. Okay, let's see what you have started off, Alan.
I knew it. Lenny, baby. I ain't mad at you, Lenny. I ain't mad at you.
Let's see. All that damn marching should have stressed every veteran out. Yes. All that getting yelled at, all that marching.
Yes.
Yes. That will stress you out.
Yes.
Let's see. He had to take his examiner girl or something for them to give him 0. They mad wrong. Yeah, but he's 100% now. He wrote that in there. He's 100% P&T. He good. And we went through all the questions. I appreciate everybody coming on and checking out the interview with Uncle Allen. I am going to try to get some more veterans on. I'm actually going to try to get Mr. McDonald on and LJ if I can get a hold of them. I know LJ's running around in Santo Domingo right now, but I'm gonna try to reach out and get these guys on and let them tell you about their process of getting to 100% as well. Because this kind of dialogue helps a lot of you veterans who may be thinking, I can never get there. I've been in this fight for 7 years and I've got nowhere. Uncle Allen took 24 years. There's other people on here 8 years, 10 years, 25 years. So never give up. Never give up. Never think you're never going to reach that goal. But let me also say this. Everybody's not going to 100%. Okay? Some of you guys, you know, you just have a finger. That's all it was, a finger. And you're 30% for the finger. Unless you got something else going on other than that, That's as far as you're gonna go. You just keep it 100. Okay? But there's a lot of us, whether you were in combat or not in combat, you had stressors. You had stuff going on with you. Like he said, you could have been married in the service, went to a conflict, came back, your wife is gone with your best friend that you had, or somebody that you knew. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a stressor on you right there. Take your kids, they got another family. You didn't know what the hell was going on. Or hell, look what happened with Bank of America. Soldiers came back. Bank of America sold their house. They didn't even have a house, car, nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Those are stressors. Never think those are not stressors. Those are stressors. Okay, Alan, I'm gonna let you finish it out, man. Whatever you want to talk about, you want to talk about your radio or whatever else.
Well, you know, I ain't gonna call it no shameless plug because I make money from it. So anything you make money from, you don't be ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? But I have a radio show. I have a radio show called The Midnight Groove, and you know, I play R&B music. I'm not on there talking or anything like that. It's strictly for, you know, when you getting ready to throw down, you don't want to hear me in the background saying, "Oh, baby, I need to be with you." You don't need to hear me saying that. So I just play music. But you know, I met Markel I learned about Markel through YouTube, and I was honored to meet him and be able to break bread with him. And guys, honestly, Markel is helping you get to where you're supposed to be at. And all you got to do is listen and follow the instructions, and you'll be all right. I'm 100%, and I tell you, when you're in the 100% club, it kind of tells you that you can do anything in the world that you want because you don't have to pay no taxes, no property taxes. You got to guarantee a check that's gonna come in on time every month. You got all the medical attention that you need and ever wanted. Okay, so when you got those three things, life is easy. Everybody else in America is fighting for those three things. You don't have to fight. You don't have to do that journey no more. You know, enjoy your life. And one more thing else I want to say before I get off here, Markel. If you got a chance to take the COVID-19 shot, especially minorities, going to say, well, you know what they did at Tuskegee, at the Tuskegee experiment. I get that, but look, you've been taking shots your whole life. Chicken pox, measles, you've been doing that your whole life. All right, you do not want to be on that hospital bed and they trying to flip you because you got to breathe on your stomach. You don't want to do that. Take the Pfizer shot. The VA is giving the shot away practically free. They just getting ready to pass a law where if you got wife dependents, they can go to the VA and get the shot too. Get the shot, protect yourself, get your 100%, and travel the world. What else you got to do? Travel the world. Don't give your and last but not least, don't get 100% and tell your girl you got it. She don't need to know that shit. All right,
keep that
don't need to know that. All right, keep that shit private. Don't need to know that. Don't go running your mouth like a sick man ass and telling every goddamn thing. Keep the shit private and listen to Markel. He like Consumer Reports. They don't tell you the car is bad because somebody pay them. They tell you the car is bad because that's the right thing to do. And Markel is going to tell you how you can go about helping yourself achieve your disability rate because it's good for you. All right, it's good for you. That's all I got to say, man. I'm getting ready to watch Rachel Maddow.
All right, man. So the last one, let's see. I was given PNT when I was 48 in 2014. I'll be 55 in June. Does this boost me not getting reevaluated? When you hit 100% PNT, they have no reason to go back in your file unless you file a new claim. They have no reason to touch your file to reevaluate anything unless you file a new claim. If you never file a new claim, they ain't never gonna look at your file for what? Because what you got is permanent. They have no reason to go back in there. They have zero reason to reopen your file at PNT status. None whatsoever. Unless you file a new claim. That's the only time.
It looks like living in New Mexico. Look, living in New Mexico, you're 100%. You got SMC code. I don't see you having an SMCK. That's for ED. Every veteran should have ED, SMCK, because, you know, if you was running and them combat boots or running in tennis shoes, it really mess up your nuts. So you should have SMCK. But living in Mexico, you living a good life. You're in Mexico. It don't cost no money to live in Mexico. So enjoy your life, brother. Enjoy your life. You done made it to the PNT club, and that says it's time for you to enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, bro. I hope one day when I'm down there in Mexico, Tijuana, somewhere, looking, cruising the streets and shit like that, maybe I'll run into you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Snoop Dogg. I got a pocket full of magnums and I'm ready to roar. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I get to meet you. But live your best life living in Mexico.
Let's see. Last one. Let's use the VA complaint about your problem, get help, and let them document those problems. Let them document those problems. Okay, I got you. Appreciate that, Herman. All right, guys. Uncle Allen, appreciate you coming on, man, as always. Looking forward to having you on again one day, if you don't mind. Right. Maybe I might meet you in the DR somewhere, or you coming here to Colombia.
But, yeah. A matter of fact, I think I might have on my book. I'm supposed to be in Cartagena around the 6th of April.
I can meet you there. Ain't no problem.
Yeah, so, but I figure and let you know I'm supposed to be up there around 10 days, playing the taxi driver, playing a Robert De Niro, cruising the streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'll let you know.
It's about $39 each way for me, so ain't no problem to go to Cartagena.
Cool beans. Hey, Markel, you keep up the good work, man. You're doing great things for these veterans, man. I mean, you're doing great things by what they're saying on here and stuff like that. I mean, just keep helping. You know how I feel about you, brother. You know how I feel.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Uncle Allen. All right, guys. You all have a good one. We out. Peace.